Hello students, today we are going to discuss about what is normalization, why we need to normalize the wave function and how we can normalize the wave function. To begin this, first we have to take the basic equation of the quantum mechanics, that is Schrödinger equation. I have taken that Schrödinger's time independent equation. This equation has a solution psi of x. This is the linear second order differential equation. This equation has a special property that if we multiply this solution with a constant, we will give a new function which is also be the solution of the original equation. I'll explain with an x. Here the differential equation is d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. The solution of this equation is y is equal to sin x. If I differentiate this equation with respect to x, I am getting cos x. Once again, I have differentiated, I am getting minus sin x. If I substitute this above to dy by dx and d square y by dx square in the equation, I am getting minus sin x plus sin x is equal to 0. So y is equal to sin x is the solution of the above equation. See here, y is equal to 2 sin x. Here I am multiplying the 2 with that sin x. Okay. So if I differentiate this y with respect to x, I am getting 2 cos x. Once again I am differentiating this, I am getting minus 2 sin x. If I substitute this dy by dx and d square y by dx square in the above equation, I am getting minus 2 sin x plus 2 sin x is equal to 0. Similarly, y is equal to 3 sin x is also be the solution of that equation. Y is equal to 4 sin x is also be the solution of that equation. Up to y is equal to n sin x is also be the solution of that equation. Likewise, the solution of the Schrödinger equation is, see here, c1 psi of x, where c1 be the constant, psi of x is a solution. If I am multiplying this, I am getting the new function which is also be the solution of the Schrödinger equation. c2 psi of x is also be the solution of the Schrödinger equation. Up to cn psi of x is also be the solution of the Schrödinger equation. That means this equation basically has n number of solutions, that is infinite solutions. But physically for a real particle, not all of these solutions of the Schrödinger equation can be used. These are all mathematical functions or solutions. Among these solutions, only one solution can be used for a real physical particle. So, we need to know which factor determines that particular solution can actually satisfy the physical interpretation of a particle. This is a big question to us. Physical interpretation of the particle is given by Born. Born's statistical interpretation gives the basic knowledge that how to get the information about the position of the particle from the mathematical solution of the Schrödinger equation. Born told that if we integrate the square of the wave function along a particular direction between 2 points, say A and B, which gives the probability of finding the particle within that given points. Mathematically, we can say that the integration of the wave function gives the area under the curve. But physically, it means that a probability of finding the particle within the 2 points. In Newtonian mechanics, the basic law is Newton's second law, that is F is equal to ma, where F be the force, m be the mass and a be the acceleration. This acceleration can be written as in terms of position coordinate, that is d square r by dt square, which is also be the second order linear differential equation. The solution of the above equation is r, which is the function of time. So this equation tells us the position of the particle in the past and where it is going to be in the future. Like that, in quantum mechanics, the basic equation is Schrödinger equation, which has the solution psi, which does not give the information about the particle, but we can extract the information through the Born's statistics interpretation. But in classical mechanics, we can tell the exact position of the particle. But in quantum mechanics, we can't tell the exact position of the particle, but we can tell what is the probability of finding the particle in a given location. I extend the limit from minus infinity to plus infinity. Within that entire region, the particle is present. So we know that for any event occur, the probability value will be 1. It cannot be less than 1. It cannot be greater than 1. It cannot be 0, or it cannot be infinity. It should be equal to 1. So integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus psi of x square into dx is equal to 1. This is called as normalization condition. Already I told you that n number of solutions are there for a Schrödinger equation, but only one solution will satisfy this normalization condition. That means that particular solution will represent the physical state of a particle. All others are mathematical solution only. So we have to normalize the wave function. If it is not normalized, then integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus psi of x the whole square into dx is not equal to 1. To make it normalize, we have to multiply the solution psi of x with a constant n, that is n psi of x. Here integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus n psi of x the whole square into dx is equal to, if we take n square outside, I am getting n square integral minus infinity to plus infinity psi of x the whole square into dx is equal to 1. So n square is equal to 1 divided by integral minus infinity to plus infinity psi of x the whole square into dx, where n square is the norm of the wave function. Let me take one example. If we take a particle inside the infinite potential well, solution of the equation is psi of x is equal to sin n pi x by L, where L is the length of the potential well. This equation cannot satisfy the normalization condition, so we need to multiply with a constant. If we multiply with a constant n, we get n number of solutions, but we need only one solution, which gives the physical representation of the particle. To know that solution, we multiply n with psi of x. Then integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus n sin n pi x by L square into dx is equal to 1. If I take n square outside, I am getting n square integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus sin n pi x by L the whole square into dx is equal to, the solution of the integral minus infinity to plus infinity modulus sin n pi x by L the whole square into dx is L by 2. Now I substitute this in the above equation. I am getting n square into L by 2 is equal to 1 and n is equal to root of 2 by L. Hence the function is normalized. So the normalized wave function is psi of x is equal to root 2 by L sin n pi x by L. That constant value is root of 2 by L. So The normalized wave function gives the actual representation of the particle.